interactive and educative. Every Sunday at 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Don't miss it.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies fast.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happen with good laws,
Proper funding,
Training.
And cooperation.
if it happen,
If it happens.
If it happens.
On the news tonight, Lagos students drum support for Tinubu and Sanwo-Olu. Plus, latest in the world of entertainment and sports. Good evening. You're welcome to the news at 7. I am Ntami Egbe. Now the news in detail. It's 4 weeks to the general elections, and INEC chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu is meeting resident electoral commissioners to finalize preparations and to get updates on the collection of the PVCs. To ensure a hitch-free exercise, mock accreditation is to be conducted nationwide. The reports.
The movement of materials for the election to various locations nationwide is being concluded. The training of officials will commence shortly. Ongoing consultations with stakeholders will be intensified. Airlifting and delivery of sensitive materials to states of the Federation has gone far. Accreditation of national and international observers and the media is being finalized. Critical service providers in the area of transportation have reassured us of their commitment to efficient logistics for the movement of materials and personnel to various locations, while the security agencies have reaffirmed their readiness for the election. The Commission is encouraged by the determination of registered voters nationwide to collect their PVCs, and the Commission will not hesitate to consider additional measures to ensure that all citizens have ample opportunity to collect their PVCs ahead of the general election. The next step is to conduct field tests across the country involving actual voters. For this reason, and in readiness for the nationwide deployment, the Commission is conducting a mock accreditation of voters similar to what was done ahead of the HT and Osun governorship elections. The mock accreditation will hold on Saturday, 4th February 2023, in 436 polling units nationwide.
The outcome of the 2023 elections remains uncertain, but wherever the pendulum swings will be a determining factor in the growth and the future of the nation. Those vying for electoral positions, prospective voters and other critical stakeholders have been urged to make rational decisions and act responsibly towards the success of the polls. Amaka Owo reports.
Preparations for the 2023 elections have reached its climax, with critical stakeholders dotting their I's and crossing the T's. Campaigns by political parties are also running simultaneously across platforms. Opinion leaders say there is need for more sensitization, as a well-informed electorate will limit negative campaigns and all forms of malpractices.
If politicians go out there and start bad-mouthing other politicians, if they start go out there and begin to rake up what is not true, or rather throw out there what is not true about any, citizens are watching. Citizens cannot be fooled anymore. And in any case, anybody that does badmouth others, obviously is giving us an impression that it doesn't have anything concrete to say.
Our election that is coming, we want everything to be peaceful, because there is no any other country like better than Nigeria. This is our home. We want even our youth to cast their vote. Immediately they cast their vote, they should go back to their houses immediately.
The only thing that we can use in maybe voting in people that want or voting them out is for us to cast our vote. So instead of making noise, why not get people engaged, encourage people, educate them, tell them to get their PVC.
Elections experts say are roadmaps to liberal democracies. A cross-section of professionals advise on how to ensure free and fair elections.
There is no way people can come out freely to vote for the candidates of their choice when the atmosphere is tense. And the crime we are talking about is organized crime. And organized crime is a complex crime, you know. So I will urge the government to work seriously on how to create a peaceful environment for a successful democratic transition.
It is okay to have diverse opinions. Let's be civil about it. We can always talk about it. Don't get violent.
We should shun vote buying. There is nothing, no amount of money can buy your next 4 years. You never can tell. If you have a good government, you may as well become a millionaire in the next 4 years. But if all you want to collect is 20,000 and then you mortgage your future, too bad.
As the clock ticks, with citizens full of expectations, experts, civil society groups, religious and traditional institutions, including the government, are enjoining Nigerians to live up to their responsibility by playing their part in the successful conduct of the polls.
Lagos State government will intensify the sustainable initiatives in education that kept Lagos tertiary institutions up and running in the wake of the recent strike by the Academic Staff Union of universities across the country. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stated this at a mega rally organized by representatives of students from Lagos tertiary institutions to endorse him for a second term and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu for president. Musa Toliat reports.
They came in droves, each group representing Lagos State tertiary institutions, and with common purpose of joining their voices to rally support for the presidential candidates of All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and to endorse Governor Sanwo-Olu for a second term in office.
We have done about 1,047 education projects so far. So for me, today's endorsement is just payback time.
Infrastructurally, equipment for the lab, just a general atmosphere, security for the students on campus and off campus. He has done everything.
And that is why we felt that we must take the second and come in the second time and the rule and get more things for the students.
Mr. Governor, he has actually had a lot of value to the lives of the students and young people in Lagos State.
Young music talents drawn from tertiary institutions and popular entertainers added colors to the youth gathering. Deputy Governor and Lagos APC chairman were not left out in the fun. Then came the moment for the leaders of the student unions to officially endorse Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
We hereby endorse Governor Babajide Olushola
The governor promised to remain focused on youth development and announced a donation of 10 buses to ease the movement of students in and around campuses.
You have seen that all of our promises in the history of Lagos State, we moved from one university to 3 universities. We are on the conversation of making our university the best, not only in the country, but compete with the best in the world.
Student representatives from 10 tertiary institutions, including Lagos State University and the newly upgraded University of Education and Technology, participated in the rally in Lagos. Musa Toliat, NTA News.
Benga Rahim, husband of late barrister Omobolanle Rahim, who was allegedly shot dead by a police officer under the Aja Bridge in Lagos on 25th December 2022, and his sister-in-law have testified against Assistant Superintendent of Police Drambi Vandi before Justice Ibironke Harrison of the Lagos State High Court, Tafawa Balewa Square. Diana Ajali has details of this, an update on the rearrangement of convicted kidnapper, popularly known as Evans. The reports.
Giving an account of how late barrister Bonlale Rahim met her untimely death in the hand of police officer Drambi Vandi, Benga Rahim, husband to the deceased, told the court that he and his pregnant wife, Bolale, were coming from Abraham Adesanya, where they went for a time out with his family and sister-in-law's children after church service, and was about taking a U-turn under the Aja Bridge back to their home when he saw 3 police officers in front of him. Immediately he drove past, he heard a policeman's voice asking him to park. While trying to do so at the appropriate place, the next thing he heard was a sound of a gunshot, and his vehicle's window screen was shattered, and the wife started screaming that the policeman had shot her, and he saw blood gushing out of his wife's chest, and it took the effort of his sister-in-law, who was able to run after the police officer and head him back while trying to escape. He took his late wife Bonlale to 3 different nearby hospitals around the area, but was rejected as doctors on duty said they could not manage her situation. The second witness of the day, Titilayo Enema, the younger sister to the deceased, also narrated her side of the story. 2 written statements by Benga Rahim and sister-in-law were tendered as exhibits before the court. Justice Ibironke Harrison, however, has adjourned the case to 2nd of February 2023 for continuation of cross-examination. Meanwhile, Chukwudumeme Nwabudike, known as Evans, the alleged prime suspect, said be the kingpin of a notorious kidnappers gang terrorizing various axes of Lagos and other parts of the country, also appeared before Justice Sherifat Shonaike of the Lagos State High Court for arraignment, but couldn't take the witness stand. As witness failed to be in court, the trial was adjourned to the 1st of March 2023 for further hearing. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA News.
Subscribers at Housing Land of Wesley Estate, Amu, and Ilatemowe Ibofa local government area can now begin work on their lands as the Wesley Methodist Church of Nigeria has commenced land allocation. Wesley Methodist Church of Nigeria has started housing land allocation to subscribers in Amu and Ilate under Mowiba for local government area of Ogun State. Reverend Ezioku led the delegation to the site to distribute allocation letters to the buyers.
We are here to see Wesley Estate being allocated to the owners, to the allottees who bought this land. Some have never seen it, have not seen it before. This is their first time. Believing in the church, and they bought this land. A lot of others were passed. Prelate Makinde did the foundation laying. Prelate Emeka Uche did the turning of the sword.
While addressing the audience, he said the 207 hectares of landed property acquired by the Methodist Church of Nigeria, situated in Amu and Ilate, Ogun State, was free from government accusation.
Trying to conclude that the Ogun State government, which will have been part of your first assignment, add global acquisition all over these premises, up to Laru. Global acquisition. So we had to now grapple with that. We didn't want the allottees to panic in any way. We took it on our strides, kept on visiting Ogun State government, and still managed some meetings.
In the same vein, some of the subscribers who couldn't hide their feelings interacted with our correspondent.
My message is to congratulate the Methodist Church for doing this and making us to come physically here to appreciate what the land and what the allocation is all about, particularly the prelates and his team that have been here today.
In no time, houses will begin to grow like tomato in this place. That's what I'm saying. And it will turn this place to commercial, beehive for commercial activities. And people will be thanking God in this place. Church will rise up in this place. And it's a great thing. I'm so glad to be here.
Reverend Ezioku assures interested buyers of all documentations intact concerning the purchase of the land.
We'll go on a short break now. More reports afterwards. Please stay tuned.
Are you looking for a spacious, serene, beautiful and comfortable environment for your event? Then NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises is the place with about 3,065 capacity. NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises provides a well-secured land and car parking lot for your wedding reception, birthday party, church and school end of the year event. Our conference hall is convenient for company annual general meetings, lectures, seminars or workshops. With just 150,000 naira only, you can use our entire space and also have your event covered and aired on our social diary program, Maryland. For more inquiries, please contact our marketing department, NTA Lagos Channel 10, Tejesho, or call our telephone number, Chibuzo 0812-324-5519, Gmo 0803 830-1669. NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises, affordable just for you.
You're welcome back. Over 2,500 new members posted to Lagos State have been inducted into the National Youth Service Corps. Ometere Chiedu, who was at the Lagos Orientation Camp, reports.
Member of the National Youth Service Corps, 23 Batch A. Hereby pledge to follow at all times. The leadership of those in authority. Irrespective of their social and educational background.
That was the oath of allegiance taken by the corps members, which followed by the symbolic signing by representative of the 10 platoons. The state governor was represented by the special advisor to governor on intergovernmental relations, urged the corps members to take advantage of the scheme to carve out a pathway that will lead to greatness in all facets of life. He stressed the need for corps members to imbibe the values of the scheme.
This course, as an integral part of the service year, provides the platform to prepare you for challenges during service and beyond. I therefore admonish you to take all aspects of the orientation course important and ensure that you imbibe the values of the scheme in the process. While undergoing this course, endure the minor inconveniences, maximize the resources available, and get yourself acquainted with the training and information that will be handed out to you.
The state coordinator Yetunde Badariwa advised the corps members to avail themselves the opportunity of the different courses available during the orientation course and empower themselves.
It is noteworthy that this orientation course is the first of the 4 calendar programs of NYSC, which prepares graduates for the tedious task of nation building. The orientation course is characterized by military drill, lectures on topical subjects, skill acquisition, advocacy training, games and sports, of course, social activities.
The core members were also advised to participate fully in the conduct of the election with high sense of responsibility and patriotism. In Lagos, Ometere Chiedu, NTA News.
As the deadline to phase out old Naira notes draws near, apprehension is mounting among residents of Lagos State over the inability of deposit money banks to ensure proper circulation of the redesigned Naira notes through the ATMs. 6 days to the deadline, those who spoke with Abolade Salami in Lagos called on the central bank to back up its directive to commercial banks with necessary measures that can drive compliance.
The inability of Nigerians to access newly redesigned Naira notes launched by the Central Bank of Nigeria since December 15, 2022 is one of the trending issues in the country today. Surveillance at some ATM points lends credence, indicating that despite the directive by CBN to deposit money banks to henceforth make available only the redesigned Naira notes in automated teller machines, majority of the banks are yet to comply.
Yes, I was expecting to see Naira notes since CBN said we're going to but I didn't get it. Old money, that's what I got.
Because the way I see it, the money has not circulated very well. And even our ATM has not begun to bring out the new notes.
And we have not seen the new Naira notes outside now. You see cars in market.
As the countdown to the deadline for phasing out the old Naira notes winds down, so has the level of anxiety among Nigerians increased. More so with the decision of the Apex Bank not to entertain any shift in the deadline, despite the high volume of liquidity yet to be retracted to commercial bank vaults.
A lot of things has to be attended to. In a situation where a new note is presented to a buyer and the woman rejected the money, what is the why? It's because the awareness is not enough.
And there are some people that are very collect it at all, especially like me. After putting a note of that new note, particular new note, I give the conductor and he rejected it.
To allay the fears of Nigerians on the availability of the redesigned Naira notes, the CBN says necessary measures are being taken to ensure deposit money banks have enough redesigned notes for customers.
Given everyone the assurance that the new Naira notes is available, whether it is banking hours or outside the banking hours. If you go to your ATM, you will get the new Naira note. It's a directive that the Apex Bank have given to all deposit money banks. Make the money available in the machines so that people can have access to it. And we are supplying them with the new notes and they are making it available through the machines.
The bank maintained that the redesigned notes have embedded in it security features that cannot be tampered with. In Lagos, Abolade Salami, NTA News.
And in entertainment, Nollywood actress Mary Njoku has pointed out why people should lower their expectations for clergymen. Plus, Nigerian influencer Abike Halima, also known as Papaya X, fires back at OAP Nedu for calling her a liar. Omolola Ebenezer has this and many more.
Hollywood actress and movie producer Mary Njoku has advised Nigerians to lower their expectations about men of God. In a lengthy post on her Instagram page, she noted how men of God are humans too and are subject to make mistakes. The wife of Iroko TV boss noted how God chooses men of God from what the society has to offer, and the world is majorly filled with wicked, cheating, lying, and violent men. As such, there is high probability that any of these people can be called to serve and can make mistakes at any point. Nigerian social media influencer Abike Halima, popularly known as Papaya X, has taken a swipe at on-air personality Nedu for calling her a liar in his podcast. Recently, Nedu's name has been on the lips of the public following his numerous controversial comments on women and celebrities. In one of his podcast episodes, the OAP labeled Papaya a liar. Hearing this, Papaya quickly responded by hurling insults at Nedu with a lengthy message for not keeping her name out of his podcast. This
This week, we got new releases from Fino, Olamide, Mr. Easy, Fuse, Boy Spice, and others. Songs released this week are as follows. Fino and Olamide link of another collaborative single titled With Gender. Fuse and Ida Bantu drop Stand By You, while Mr. Easy drops another Amapiano tune tagged Mr. Wassa. Maiden record star Boy Spice drops Folake. In entertainment, Omolai Benisa, NTA News.
Our correspondent will now bring us sports updates.
Super Falcons head coach Randy Wardrum has invited 23 players for next month's Revelation Cup tournament to be staged in Mexico. Captain Omebi, Barcelona forward Asizato Shuala were included in the squad. The tournament, which is scheduled for February 15 to 21, will help the four countries prepare for the 9th FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. The Falcons will face host Mexico in the opening game of the competition on February 15 before meeting Colombia. The last game for the 9-time African champions will be against Costa Rica. Meanwhile, as part of efforts to further ensure that the Super Falcons make the country proud at the forthcoming FIFA Women's World Cup, the management of Miss Football Nigeria has unveiled the jersey to drum support for the Falcons.
Government cannot do everything by themselves. We need partners and corporate organizations that are ready to give support for the Super Falcons.
In another development, 16-year-old student of Oyemekun Grammar School Akure, Solomon Philip, has shattered and set new Guinness World Record in rope skipping on 1 foot. The event, which held at Ondo State Sports Complex, Akure, has made Solomon second rope skipper from Ondo State to set world records within a year. Philip successfully skipped 153 in 30 seconds to erase the existing 145 skips Guinness World Record in the event.
I feel very happy and proud about this achievement, and I'm happy to celebrate my birthday on the 20th of January as a new record holder.
And finally, Manchester City lock horns with Mikel Arteta's impressive Arsenal side in an important FA Cup fourth-round clash at the Etihad Stadium on Friday. City are currently second in the Premier League. Arsenal, on the other hand, are at the top of the league table and have been exceptional. With sports update, Bade Adeleye, NT News.
Let's get to know the weather forecast across Lagos Metro, please. That's the news at 7 at NTA Lagos Channel 10. Thanks for watching. I am Ntamiegbe. Good evening.